Do I enjoy the process of auditioning? No. I don't know anybody who does.
Not at all. I really don't. I don't.
Yes. It's kind of scary, but I like it. I've learned to love it.
I don't mind it. In actual fact, some would say I'm a bit of a show-off. I don't think I am. I think...
I do. Yeah, it's fun just to be able to, you know, see what you can do with this character and this role for just 5 minutes and
sometimes
show something that the casting people haven't seen before.
I think catacalls are the worst auditions because they have at least 100 or more girls or guys that look all the same. And then they have 1 or 2 people that don't really fit exactly what they want, but they just want to have some variety. But that means the 1 or 2 people that you might look like, that's your competition.
Yeah.
The audition is actually harder than actually doing the performance, because you know you're being judged.
And the auditions are only about 30 seconds long. So you have very little time to impress them, and if you don't, they just completely forget who you are.
And that's different to when you're actually performing, because when you're performing, you know that people have paid for a ticket and they want to be entertained. And so they're not there to judge you, they're there just to enjoy you and have a good time. Whereas with the audition, you're being judged, and that is, it's never comfortable.
It's okay, depends on who I am auditioning for. If I already know them, it's a little more comfortable, but if I don't know them, then it's nerve-wracking. And I hate it the most then.
I've made peace with it. I'm currently in a production of Peter Pan, and it's just a fun, physical part. And so like I loved the audition for this. I was like jumping on the furniture, I was running around, and that stuff is really fun. But I've been on some auditions that are just challenging.
It's all right.
No.
I used to attend in Marin County the Marin Actors Workshop, and so I would take my audition stuff before them and kind of work it out before I had to actually go before a director and all that. So I tried to flush it all out. It's kind of hard sometimes when you don't have that. You think, oh yeah, I'm just going to go in there and nail it, and it doesn't always work.
I will say that the reason I don't enjoy it is because it reveals the things about myself that I don't like. From a business sense.
That's a good answer.
From a business sense. That's what I don't like about it.
Yes and no. There was a time where I really despised it just because I always second guess myself. So I always go in thinking I know what I'm doing. I stand in front and then everything leaves my head and I start freaking out. It's like the one time I start getting stage fright.
I don't like that when I'm getting ready for a musical audition. I very often feel like it's been too long since I took a good vocal lesson.
And then after a while, it started easing up on me when I started getting to know all the directors. And it's like, okay, we know each other, so now it's a lot less stressful. Then I got into other auditions, and I'm like, okay, this is very professional, and this is really scary. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of time for me to ease into it.
Well, I mean, if we're going to break it down into the different parts of the process, the part I like the least is the audition, like the monologue audition. Come in and do a speech from a play. That to me is absurd.
It's just so nerve-wracking, though. I mean, especially if it's a part you really, really, really want, and then when they and if they have you in the theater with other people so you could see the auditions.
A cold reading from the script, you know, with a bunch of people. That I like that. Just because it being in the room like that, especially when it's like everybody in the same room together, there's a part of me that comes out that is not
who I am normally. Like normally I'm very reserved. I'll park in the corner with my beer and watch the room. But I learned very quickly that if you do that in that kind of audition, you're done. There's nothing for a wallflower.